Hey everyone, glad you're back. I have a CoverGirl haul to go through with you today. CoverGirl and a bunch of the other drugstore products have a bunch of new spring or pre-spring products that they're launching right now. And I had the opportunity while I was on vacation to go and hop into a CVS, and I got a whole sack full of all the new spring products. It was so much fun. I had so much help from this girl at the checkout counter. She was gathering up all of my stuff and trying to figure out how I could do one purchase and earn all of these extra care bucks, and then another purchase and use all the extra care bucks, and the best way to do that. And it was so much fun. And we talked about makeup and we talked about new products. So I'm doing some of this for her. So I may look a little strange in the eye region right now, and that is because I don't have any mascara on, and that is because I wanted to try out live with you guys for the first time a new CoverGirl mascara. It's called Plumpify. Plumpify Blast Pro. And it comes separated like this with your brush and your tube separated. Has a very bizarre brush. First of all, it is twisted and it alternates bristles. It has one line of regular sort of plastic mascara-y bristles, and then another line twisted up next to it of these flat little paddle looking things. So we're gonna see what this does for us. Other products I'm gonna be reviewing today. Oh my God, I love this palette. Drugstore eyeshadow palette of the year. CoverGirl truNaked Nudes. This one is number 805, and I love it. Let me tell you, these colors are all extremely pigmented, extremely soft, and they blend really well. I have every one of these colors on my eyes today. I'm going to swatch all of these for you. It does come with a double-ended sponge applicator. Another thing I have on today is another CoverGirl product, True Blend Blush. This one is called Light Rose. I also have on their new vitamin-infused balm called Oh Sugar. This one is called Caramel. Something else I have on today that is not CoverGirl, but it's a drugstore product. Maybelline has a new Dream Velvet Matte, Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. I have that on today. I have a lot of opinions about that. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a giant conglomeration of how many items I have to review for you guys. It's just insane. So first, I'm going to go ahead and try this mascara out for you because I'm sitting here, you know, with no mascara on and it feels really strange. So I'm going to unscrew this little top and put this bright red brush in there. This brush is huge, and I don't know if this is going to work out for me. So I don't know. And a lot of times when mascara brushes are this big and bristly, I'm a little afraid of getting in there in case I poke myself. Now I've already curled my upper lashes. So far, it's kind of just putting a really light coat on. It's not applying a heavy coat at all. It's a light coat. I think I'm going to have to put a couple of coats on. Not bad. It's not a clumpy mascara at all. It's not a wet, lacquery mascara at all. It's not a heavy one-time swipe and you're done mascara. I don't see a whole lot of plumpifying going on, or a lot of definition, or really any reason to sort of go crazy about this at all. I mean, you know, I like a one coat and done mascara because I don't have a lot of time, you know. Okay, Plumpify, not so great. I mean, just sort of a standard mascara. I'm not seeing a whole lot of plumpifying. Definitely something you have to put a couple of coats on to really get any kind of effect or volume. Not so great. So on to this palette. Palette is fantastic. I love it. I'm going to swatch all of these for you, but first I'll tell you exactly what I did today. I ended up using every color in this palette, and that is unbelievable for me. I just never ever do that. There's 8 colors in this palette, and they all have names. It's stamped on the back. So I started out with my lids primed, and for my lid color, I put color on here called Fawn. I put that all over my lid. It's very soft. Doesn't show up too well on the back of my hand. In fact, it's not showing up at all on the back of my hand, which is strange because it did pretty well on my eyelid, probably because of the primer. For the highlight, I put down a base of a color called Shell, second from the end. It is a very light vanilla matte. And here's Shell on my hand. Then in the crease, I put down a color called Cocoa. Cocoa is a really good complement to that fawn color. It is another sort of a greenish light brown. Very soft and matte. And there it is on the back of my hand. Great crease color, by the way. Then I went into a color called Coffee. It's a deep bronze and it is a metallic-y shimmer. I did that as sort of my, not my outer corner, but the inside of my outer corner, if that makes any sense. So I have two colors on. I have the cocoa right here, or the coffee right here, and then I have sable out here to deepen up the outside corner. This is a gorgeous bronze. It's so pretty. There it is right there on the very end. Next, I put sable in my very outer corner. It is the darkest black bean espresso brown. Right there, really dark. Then I went in over my lid and patted my favorite color in the whole palette, and that is Mink. It is a shimmery sort of champagne-y brown, sort of almost a pink champagne. Down there on the bottom, right there. Then I did sort of a transition between my highlight and my crease color with a very pretty pink champagne color. It is called Champagne. Can you imagine that? Yes. Champagne almost ends up being like your skin is wet, like a wet skin look, and I love that. That's this one right here. It's on kind of heavy right there, and it looks a little pink. But just on your eyelid, just lightly, it looks like sort of like your skin is wet and glowing. I love that. Then in my inner corner, I put down this first color in the palette, the very lightest, shiny, sort of barely there glow. Oh, it's pretty. It's opalescent. It is called Buff. Buff is right here. It is like an opalescent pink champagne. I love these three colors right here. So here's how it turned out. I love this palette. It is so incredibly soft and blendable, and I'm shocked at the pigment. Really shocked at the pigment. Palette of the year for drugstore palettes right here. Beautiful, beautiful. I have on order from Ulta the rose version of this. They also have a version of this that is all warm tones. This is the all cool tones one. So is this, as marketed, replacement for the Urban Decay Naked palettes? I don't really think so, and it's not due to quality issues at all. The Naked palettes, you know, the first two, there was one, the first one was very warm, the second one was very cool, and I don't think that this is really either one of those palettes. The second one has a lot of pewters and grays and silvery taupes in it. That's definitely not this. And then this is definitely not all the warms from the first palette. But this one right here is kind of its own thing. It stands on its own. It's all very cool. And I don't think, though, that it really goes anything like that second Urban Decay Naked palette, which was very cool. It's not the same kind of look. So not a quality issue at all. It's a very, very good quality palette. Next up, I tried the CoverGirl True Blend Blush. This one is called Light Rose. I have that on today. It is a very light peach pink. Now, when I ordered this off Ulta.com and you look at it really closely, you can see that it has variations of color in it. Can you see the sort of gold or brownish, bronzy streaks in there? It's supposed to be sort of a baked marble look, and I thought that would sort of show up when you swirl around it, but you can barely see it. And it really doesn't have an effect when you're swirling around on it. I think maybe some of the darker colors in this would have worked out better for me. I don't have any kind of problem with the formulation on it. It's a decent blush. It has a bit of a shine to it, or a sheen. But I mean, those swirls in it, they don't really do anything, and they don't really show up, at least not in this shade. Maybe I have on my lips right now the CoverGirl Oh Sugar Caramel Tinted Balm. This is their answer to the Fresh Sugar Tinted Balm lip line. I don't really know why they decided to branch out and do this. These are not pigmented, hardly at all. I mean, look at that. That is like my natural lip color with a little bit of sheen on it. It smells and tastes exactly like the Fresh Sugar line. So if you like that sort of lemony smell taste that they have, great. You know, these are very inexpensive. There's several different colors. I thought this was probably the deepest. Smells and tastes exactly like it. Now, what I don't like about the Fresh Sugar ones is that smell and that taste makes my mouth water. So I don't want to sit here with my mouth watering all day long. So not a huge fan of these. They're very moisturizing. It feels good. It's very, very vitamin infused balm. It says it's very hydrating feeling and it feels good on your lips. It lasts a long time. It really is. The Fresh Sugars are a little thicker. I will give them that. They're a little thicker of a feel. This is a little thinner of a balm. Let me put some on the back of my hand and see if you can see any color. There's just a tiny bit of color there. Just a tiny bit. And this is probably the deepest one. So if you're looking for any kind of pigment, really, it's not here. And finally, Maybelline's Nude Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. I used the color 40, which is called Nude for me. It's calling it a gel whipped foundation. Okay, so when I first put this on today, I was thrilled to death with it. I'm not a real big fan of matte foundations. This was not flat and dead and matte, and let me tell you, it is a coverage. It is some coverage. It is definitely medium to full coverage, so good coverage on that. Here it is swatched on the back of my hand, if you can see. So it is definitely a mousse type, a whipped feeling. It feels good going on. Love the whipped texture to it. I liked the thickness of it. The coverage was great. So I put it on and I thought, wow, this is really nice. And it definitely dried down to where it's not, you know, coming right off or anything. And it has sort of a dewy look, even though it's supposed to be matte. Put a little setting powder on it and I went about all my errands I had to do today. And I started to notice pretty quickly that it was disappearing through here, through my chin, and then also it was congregating in my eyebrows. Also, it was clumping up around my nose. Now, I'm very dry, so it wasn't that it was getting oily or anything, but after several hours or after a few hours, it was totally gone through here. I even had lost it on my cheeks. It was gone. And I had it very caked up and clumpy on my nose, and it was sort of clinging right here in dry areas, and it was clinging to my eyebrows. So it was not a good foundation for me. I did try to repair it. I tried to take a tiny bit and sort of build it and rebuild some of these sections that had gotten, you know, sort of evaporated. It doesn't build well. That's when I had a real catastrophe with my nose. I was trying to rebuild it on my nose, and it was clumping up and caking up. So I don't really like this foundation. I was real happy with it at first, and I was like, this is a great foundation. It's so beautiful, but it doesn't hold up for anything. And I mean, I didn't even have it on like 12 hours or anything like that. I've just had it on for a few hours today, and it sort of just fell apart, and badly. I mean, I expect a little bit of wear through here and through here as I'm eating and stuff like that throughout the day in any foundation, but this was pretty much a loss. I mean, when I'm losing foundation on my cheek, that's a loss. Upcoming reviews, I have a million of them. Let me flash you some of the products I'm going to be reviewing. This is the new Physicians Formula Cushion Foundation. Going to be reviewing that. Tried that out already. I got a couple of these new NYX Ombre Lip Duo pencils. These are really interesting. I'll be showing you those. The new Tarteist Matte Liquid Lipsticks. Be reviewing the new Revlon Color Stay 2-in-1 foundation palette. It has a foundation here and a matching concealer right there. Physicians Formula has come out with a bunch of new stuff right now. This is a really strange and bizarre and quirky product. It is the Insta Ready Super BB Blush Stick. It has 3 things in one, a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight, and you go like that. I will be reviewing that soon. And I love this. This is the new Master Contour Maybelline Face Contouring Kit. This is the light to medium. I will be reviewing that for you, and I like it already, I'll tell you. L'Oreal's Infallible Matte Liquid Lipsticks. I love those. I'll be reviewing that for you soon. And these are new and strange. Ardell's new press-on lashes. They're supposed to be self-applying lashes, no lash glue needed. See you next time.